A quick question. Who would you trust to execute a highly confidential and delicate mission? Mossad or the Navy SEALs?
And then in terms of just terrifying violence, you have Mossad. Mossad will do anything. Mossad has no qualms doing what it takes to ensure the survival of every Israeli citizen around the world. Most other countries will stop at some point, but Mossad doesn't do that.
Undoubtedly, both of them are very capable special forces, but their methods are quite different. While the SEALs prefer to be discreet in their operations, Israel doesn't mind making a bit of a noise, just as long as the mission is successful. Recently, they successfully assassinated Hezbollah's commander, Hassan Nasrallah. Hassan has been elusive for years and has even survived several assassination attempts. But eventually, the Israelis got to him. In today's video, we will take a look at how Israel successfully assassinated Hassan Nasrallah. We would also compare it to how we believe the Navy SEALs would have gone about the same mission. On October 7, 2023, Hamas launched an attack against Israel. And since then, Israel and Hezbollah has been at war with each other. But in September, Israel stepped up its offensive against Hezbollah. Remember I said Israel is not scared of making some noise? Well, that's exactly what they did. Mossad, in a series of sophisticated attacks, blew up Hezbollah's walkie-talkies and pagers, crippling Hezbollah's communications and killing about 42 people while injuring over 3,000.
It appears that another attack on Hezbollah's telecommunication devices has occurred. We are hearing of handheld radios, walkie-talkie devices also exploding in people's hands, cars, and at homes even. And this, of course, comes after yesterday's attack where more than 2,000 pagers went off simultaneously, exploding into the pagers that these Hezbollah operatives have been using. Israel has not commented on any of the attacks that have taken place or the incidents.
But they were not done yet. They had been tracking Hassan Nasrallah for years, and after the Hamas attack, they moved him to the top of their hit list. But Hassan was a difficult man to track. He kept a low profile and was rarely ever seen in public. However, when it comes to gathering intelligence, Mossad is one of the best in the world. Those guys know to put the bits and pieces together until they get the final picture. Hassan was hiding in southern Beirut, Lebanon. He knew he was a wanted man, but he had no idea that Israel already knew his whereabouts. In fact, they had known for months and had been monitoring him. However, the crucial piece of intel they needed was provided by an Iranian mole who hours before the strike informed Israel authorities about Nasrallah's precise location. He informed the Mossad officials that Hassan was at Hezbollah's underground headquarters in Beirut's southern suburb of Dakheh, where he was meeting with top members of the organization to plan further attacks on Israel. Now, armed with real-time information and sensing that they had a very small window of opportunity, Israel went all out with a bang. And trust me, it was a really loud one. They didn't want to miss their target, so they made sure they leveled as much of the area as they could. No chances were taken in what they called Operation New Order. Hezbollah's highly secured underground headquarters was built under a complex of 6 residential buildings, a location which they had intentionally chosen so that the residential buildings could serve as some kind of a shield. But even that didn't stop Israel from going all out. Hezbollah's bunker was located at least 60 feet below the surface of the civilian neighborhood. That afternoon, several F-15 jets took off from Hatzerim Air Base in South Israel to carry out the operation. According to the head of Israeli Air Force squadron that carried out the attack, the pilots were given the details of the target only a few hours before the takeoff. The pilots had no idea who the target was in the days leading to the attack. Israel dropped about 80 bombs on Beirut in a matter of minutes, all to make sure Hassan didn't make it out alive. The bombs, known as bunker busters, penetrate underground before detonating. Lebanon's health ministry reported that the strike leveled 6 apartment buildings while injuring 91 people, with most of the senior leaders of Hezbollah eliminated in the massive airstrike that sent large clouds of smoke over the city of Beirut. Now, that's how Israel chose to do it, with massive explosions and loud bangs. So, how would the Navy SEALs have gone about it?
It was a night with no moon. There was no electricity in the house. It was a helicopter had crashed. There were 2 or 3 firefights. These guys were wearing night vision goggles, and the whole event of killing bin Laden, my guess, took place in 10 seconds.
The SEALs would have been tracking Hassan for years, patiently waiting for the right opportunity to strike. The SEALs are not exactly the type to collapse apartment buildings on civilians. They would prefer a very different approach. So, if it was the Navy SEALs carrying out the attack, don't expect to see bombs raining down from the sky. The SEALs would do as much as they could to avoid civilian casualties. They would probably go for a halo jump or a night raid using a Black Hawk helicopter. Similar to Israel, they would only move when they have real-time intel on Hassan's exact whereabouts. SEAL Team 6 is a highly trained team that operates with speed and precision, so I expect that the whole operation should be completed in less than an hour. If they choose to move in at night, they would rely on night goggles and would already have a good knowledge of the area. Most likely, the blueprint of all the buildings surrounding the underground headquarters and the headquarters itself. But given how difficult it is to get into such a bunker, the SEAL team would most likely prefer to intercept him on his way to the meeting. Either way, for the Navy SEALs, every move is rehearsed and every angle calculated. They would have good knowledge about the target, unlike the Israeli pilots who didn't know who the target was until it was almost time to launch the attack. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you in our next video. Bye!